Hi, I want to talk to you today about a major objection that a lot of top marketers have with outsourcing to the Philippines. And that major objection is the language barrier. If you've tried and failed at outsourcing to the Philippines, you know that overcoming the language barrier with outsourcing to the Philippines is sometimes that's what's stopping you, right? Now, I'll just tell you up front, I'm not here to sell you anything. I'll just tell you up front. I offer a done for you service where I do everything. I manage the team, I hire the team, manage the team, and I guarantee my work. It's expensive. You're looking at a 5-figure setup and 4 figures a month for management, plus you pay the wages, $2 to $3 an hour on top of that to your 3 full-time virtual assistants. I manage a team of 3s. I set up a team of 3, train a team of 3, manage a team of 3. Now for today's video, I'll give you some insight in what I'm doing. And overcoming the language barrier with outsourcing to the Philippines is what we're going to talk about today. And well, I'm excited about it because it's something that we've accomplished already at DrDone, and it's something that I have I can add value, I can share, because we've solved the problem. Overcoming the language barrier is one of the number one objections in taking a bull by the horn to take advantage of the relationships with the Philippines to be mutually beneficial, where your virtual assistant is benefiting because they have secure full-time work, and you are benefiting because you have somebody that you can work with who wants to work. And there is sometimes a language barrier that you need to overcome. And in order to do that, you need to, first of all, you need to know how to find the right person to work with who's has a strong will to overcome and be able to communicate with you. And then you have to have the strong will also to work with your team or have it done for you. Now, when I started, today's topic is a little bit different because I'm doing this one alone. If it was done with my partner, we would do this a little differently, but it's just me today. So when I started in 2010 with outsourcing to the Philippines, I was already, I had already hired over 100 outsourcers, like programmers, graphic artists, you name it, data entry, but it was all casual work. I would pay them for a small job and I'd be done, and it would be a few hours of work, or even 10 minutes of work, or a couple days of work, or whatever it may be, just a one-time thing. And I would pay them, and we would rate each other, and on a site like freelancer.com, and we would go on. I would hire them possibly again, but most of the times not. It was a one-time off deal. What I'm talking about today is hiring full-time, like 40 hours a week, and that's what I'm talking about here. So it's a little bit different. Outsourcing and overcoming the language barrier with outsourcing to the Philippines. So what I first did, I had a coach. I had a coach named John Limbacher. He's still around today. He's a search engine optimization guru, and he taught me the ins and outs of outsourcing to the Philippines back in 2010, and I did it very successfully. Today we have a company. It's a project management and outsourcing agency, DrDone. But I'm going to share with you today one of the key things. You have to know the culture enough to be able to be confident as you have conversations with the people that you could potentially hire. And I read a lot, so I think, and I've talked to a lot of people. I've met a lot of strangers in the past with other business ventures, and I'm confident with people. So it's very important to be confident in dealing with people and having the ability to ask questions. You have to have the ability to ask questions because the person asking questions is in control. And you have to know what you're looking for because you have to be able to find the right person also. So finding the right person is very, very important. So that's why a vetting system, a vetting and selection process is so important. We also have a done with you service where you can work with me and our team and do most of the work yourself with our guidance. And that one goes for, it's several $1,000s. So, and we have a project management course too. It doesn't include any hiring full-time, vetting system or anything like that, but project management, hiring casually, part-time on freelancer, we do that too for $500. And so that being said, let's focus the rest of this video on just helping you to overcome the language barrier. Now, video. When you're hiring someone, video is the name of the game. You got to use Zoom. If you can't carry on a conversation on Zoom, this is not a vetting process that I'm teaching you right now. This is just talking to people. Okay, I'm not guaranteeing any results like this. If you're not doing our full vetting system, then you have to really think through on what you're going to do. But just to hire someone casually to outsource to the Philippines or full time, you have to know how to carry on a conversation on video. It's part of our selection process. You have to have video because, for one thing, if a person is not willing to meet you on video, no matter who they are or where they are in the world, if you're going to contract out some work, if they're not willing to meet you on video, if you can't do in person, fine, but video is the next best thing. If you can't meet them, if they don't agree to meet you on video, or if you don't want to meet them on video, I recommend don't get involved with outsourcing. Video is a huge trust builder. It increases your chances of success substantially. If a person is not willing to show their face on video when doing work with someone, there's a chance that they're hiding something or they lack confidence that will come in very, very important when challenges arise in your work that you're doing. If you don't have an established video dialogue with the person that you're working with or in-person dialogue and a problem comes along, that deal is going to fall apart. Or they're going to, if it's an outsourcer, they're going to vanish on you. They're going to go, bye, and they won't tell you, and they're gone because things got too tough and they couldn't handle it because you're not using video. You're not doing relationship building with video. See, I'm talking to you right now. Talking to you with video. Talking to you like I'm sitting across the table from you. Having a coffee. I'm the only one talking, but I'm not talking like I'm selling you something. I'm trying to have a conversation on video. So you want to have a conversation on video. That means it's back and forth. Right? You're going back and forth. And you're sharing ideas. And in order to overcome the language barrier with outsourcing to the Philippines, you have to be able to communicate with people on video before you hire them. That is absolutely key. 100%. 100%. I guarantee, again, I can't guarantee anything because including a vetting process is absolutely essential when hiring full-time. But if you're just looking for part-time, you can get away with, the one-time job, a small job, under $100, under $500, just by using video before hiring someone for that small commitment. And again, video is used for larger commitments too, like you're looking for someone full-time. So that's it for today. I have shared with you some information on overcoming the language barrier with outsourcing to the Philippines.